Okay, so evolve session. We have single leg squats here on your first one. So we're going to go single leg squat, left leg first. We're going to do 2 sets off your left leg, and then we'll do 2 sets off your right leg. 30 seconds worth of work with a 15 seconds breather on the transitions and the setups. So first one is going to be a single leg squat mid-length stand facing. Next exercise after that is your good strong I rows rather than Y rows. So I rows is going to be mid-length, stand facing the anchor point. You're going to rotate round the shoulders. So you start off with the arms extended, nice and up by your ears. From there you'll relax back, rotate round the shoulders, keeping the tension on the suspension train throughout and the core nice and tight. So in other words, a nice long strong body in that. And then you're going to rip the knuckles backwards to come back up for those I rows. Next up after those, we have the good old-fashioned TRX crunches. That's going to be mid-calf length. You're going to be on the ground, facing away from the anchor point, pushing the heels into the handles. You're going to draw the knees in. Now you can keep the hips nice and flat if you want to, or if you want to throw a little bit of a pike type action in there as you draw the knees in, you can do. As long as you don't round through the back. And then you're going to drive the heels away from the head, extending those legs. Once you've done those, you've got a hamstring curl with the hips up. So this is going to be mid-calf length. You're going to be on the ground, facing the anchor point. Heels in, obviously. You're going to drive the hips up, so get some air underneath your ass. You're going to draw the knees in. And then you're going to drive those legs away, pushing them away from the head. Keep the breathing nice and relaxed on those. And if they get too much, then feel free to put the hips back down on the ground. This gets a little bit juicy. After those, we have your high row. High row is going to be fully shortened. Stand facing the anchor point. You're going to start with the elbows up by the shoulders. From there, you're going to relax back. The arms will naturally lengthen. And then you're going to row yourself back up. Get a nice squeeze between the shoulder blades. Biggest thing with this, keep those elbows at shoulder height all the way through. Once you've done your high rows, you have your TRX flies. Now the TRX flies, they're going to be fully lengthened. Stand facing away from the anchor point. You're going to start with the palms facing each other and make sure you have a little bit of a bend in the elbows. You don't want your arms locked straight or anything. Then from there, you're going to slowly open up the hands. Again, keeping the bend in the elbows. Your chest is going to come down in between those handles. And then you're going to rip those handles together. Or pull those handles together. It's almost like you're trying to give somebody a big hug. Once you've done those, we've got a side plank. Now, obviously, we're going to do 2 sets one side and 2 sets the other. Now, if you're not up to the TRX side plank first, fine. Do the side plank with your feet on the ground. If you have the ability to, then the TRX side plank is going to be mid-calf length. You're going to be on the ground sideways to the anchor point, both feet in. Your top leg is going to be in front, and I'm going to describe it as going off your left elbow first, and then you can go off your right elbow. So I'll coach it through going off your left elbow first, not TRX side plank. Once you've done those, you've got a TRX one-arm low row. So for that, I'm demonstrating it in mid-length and single-handed mode. You might have to go fully shortened, depending on space and stuff. But for me, it's going to be mid-length, single-handed mode. Stand facing the anchor point. Start with your left elbow, pull past that rib cage. Got your chin up off your chest. From there, you're going to slowly relax back and let that left arm lengthen. And then from there, you can roll yourself back up and in. Next up after those, we've got the preacher curl. This is going to be mid-calf length. You're going to be on the ground, facing away from the anchor point. You're going to start with the arms extended. Then from there, you're going to bend the elbows. Coming on down. Head is going to slot in between the handles. So you're dropping the elbows down towards the ground. Then you're going to physically drive those handles towards the ground, which extends the arms, and you're going to squeeze your triceps at the top. Finishing strong with a bicep curl with a punch. This is going to be mid-length, sorry. So it's going to be mid-length, stand facing. You're going to start with a fist up by the temples. You're going to slowly relax back, let the arms lengthen. Then you're going to perform a punch up towards the ceiling. Then you're going to descend back down, fully lengthening those arms. All right. So we're going to get ready for our first exercise, which is going to be that single leg squat. So you have 15 seconds to get ready for that TRX single leg squat. It's going to be mid-length, standing facing the anchor point. We're going to start on that left leg first. You can get that right foot to hover literally just above the ground on this. All right, get yourself ready. You go in now. So smooth and steady. TRX single leg squat, mid-length, stand facing. This is going to work your quadricep and your left bum cheek on this. So your gluteals. We're going to keep the chin up off the chest. We want that spine in line, so ear, shoulder, and hip nice and in line. Your knee travels forward as your hip comes back. And relax there. Have a 15 seconds breather. 10 seconds before we go again. All right, 5 seconds on this. We're going to stay on the left leg. So the first set, we're going to stay on the left leg. Ready? And away you go. So left leg and left leg only. Light grip on the handles as you descend down. Think of your big toe, your little toe, and the heel as 3 points of a triangle. You're going to keep that triangle pressed into the ground as you drive on up. So don't let any points come up. Last 5 seconds on this. And relax there. All right, give the legs a shake. We're now going to go off the right leg. If obviously at any point you need to regress this, well, you can place, now you're on the right foot, you can place the heel of the left foot just down on the ground, getting it by the toes of the right foot. Ready? All right, so third set, single leg squat, right leg only. Don't worry if you're stronger off one leg than another. Find the level that's appropriate for you. Find the depth that's appropriate for you. 10 seconds on this first set off your right leg, but third set in total. And relax there. Okay, 3 seconds, get ready. So, fourth set, and away you go. So, fourth set on this one. Only second set off this right leg, though. So, smooth and steady. Single leg squat, right leg only. All right, 10 seconds on this fourth and final set. You will have a 15 seconds changeover. Really drive through that ground, get nice and tall. And relax there, well done. You have your eye rows up next. So the eye row is mid-length. Stand facing the anchor point. Start with your arms up over your ears. Get your body long and strong. Head away from heels. And away you go. So from a tall position, slowly relax back. Rotate around those shoulders. Now drive those knuckles into the wall or behind you. Imagine you're in an alleyway and those arms are going to just come straight up and straight down, rotating around the shoulder. They're not going to fan out to the side. Imagine if you're in a small alleyway. If your arms were to go out to the side, they'd bang into the side of the walls. They're going to go straight up and straight down, smooth and steady. And relax there. There's your first one done. Got 3 left. All right, ready? Second set coming up. And away you go. Now this is going to work your shoulders, obviously, so your deltoids. Is it all core all the time? Of course it is, like all our TRX work. 18 seconds. Now don't forget about that vector principle. So the vector principle is depending on where your feet are, is how hard or how easy it is. So if you need to move those feet backwards, you can make it a little bit easier. If you want to move them forwards, it's going to make it a little bit harder. And relax. All right, 2 down and 2 to go. Don't be afraid to give those arms a bit of a shake off if you need to. All right, and away you go. So here's your third set on these eye rows. Yeah, keep the chin up off the chest. A lot of people kind of round over with this, end up looking down towards the ground. So keep your eyes on the anchor point. Keep that neck space open. 15 seconds, already halfway through on this third set. And relax there, well done. All right, that's 3 down with only 1 left. So 3 down and only 1 to go. All right, get yourself ready. And away you go. 4th and final set on these now. 4th and final set. Smooth and steady. Don't break at the hips. Think about the heels driving into the ground. Your thighs and your bums taut and tight. So this is just a moving plank, remember, as we rotate round those shoulders. Last 5 seconds on this. Almost there. And relax. Well done. Have a breather. Get yourself ready for your crunches. So that's going to be mid-calf length, ground facing away from the anchor point, starting off in a nice, strong push-up position. You're going to draw the knees in. Hips can come up slightly if you want to, drawing the knees in, and then you can extend the legs back. And away you go. Off you go. There I am, chunnering away and coaching it there. You should be moving. Get going. All right, 10 seconds on this. Last 5. First set. And relax. Well done. Have a 15 seconds breather. Outstanding. All right, get yourself ready. And away you go. Second set on these. Halfway through. Don't be afraid to relax if you need to. If it's getting too much on your wrists, you can do these on the forearm. You will have to pick up your hips just to give those knees some clearance. So, second set's almost done on these. And relax. All right, set yourself down. Have that breather. 2 more sets. You're halfway through. If you really need to regress this down, if this is getting too much, if you want to do a plank, that's not a problem. Ready? Third set. Off you go. Think about physically driving those heels into the handles for those crunches. Ten seconds left. Smooth and steady. Keep the breathing relaxed. Don't hold that breath. And relax. All right. Have that breather. Have that breather. 1 more set. All right. Ready? 3, 2, 1. And away you go. 4th and final set on this one. Do what you can. Can you do the whole 30 seconds? Can you challenge yourself on this? Pushing those heels away. By pushing those heels away, we're going to get that posterior chain lit up just that little bit more. So thinking of your back, your glutes, hamstrings, quads. This is obviously working all your abdominals, your obliques, your back, and relax. Well done. Have a breather. All right, from there, now you can just roll on over, and it's going to be a hamstring curl with your hips up. Pop both heels in at the same time. We're going to do hamstring curls. Hips up, drawing the knees in and out, and away you go. So ease yourself into these. 4 sets on these hamstring curls, hips up. So what's this working? Well, you probably know what this is working by the name of it, hamstring curls. So we're working the backs of the legs on this one. Obviously we're working that core if you've got your hips up, keeping those abdominals nice and tight. Eight seconds. Have a breather. Have that breather. Well done. First set done. Second set coming up. Ready? And away you go. Second set on these. If it gets too much, then put your hips back on the ground. You'll see in the demo I've got my arms out to the side. If you want to bring the hands across the chest, that's going to make it a little bit harder. And the hands up towards the ceiling, a little bit harder still. 5 seconds on this second set. And relax. Great stuff. 2 down and 2 to go. So far, so good. All right, third set's coming up. Stand by. Here we go. Third set on these hamstring curls. So ways we can make this easier. I was just talking about how to make it harder with the arm position. If you want to make it easier, slide in towards that anchor point. Obviously, if you're against the door or against the wall now, you might not be able to slide in any further. But if you're not, you can slide more into the anchor point. That's going to make it a little bit easier for you. You have 7 seconds on this third set. And relax. Great stuff. All right, one more set on these. And away you go. Fourth and final set. Fourth and final set. Okay, you got last 10 seconds. 5 more seconds. You're almost there. Certainly got a nice warm glow in the backs of the legs right about now. And relax. Well done. It's the high row. So the TRX high row is going to be fully shortened. Stand facing the anchor point. Start with the elbows drawn past your shoulders. Then from there you're going to relax back. The arms will lengthen. Roll yourself back up and in. And away you go. On round 1 of 4. Now what you can do is you can put one foot in front of the other to offset the foot position. This can help you out with any sticking points as you row on up, almost like a spotter. 7 seconds on this first set on these high rows. Big squeeze of the shoulder blades at the top on this one. And relax. Right, 1 down. Only 3 left. All right, get ready for your second set. And away you go. Smooth and steady. Second set on this one. $18 seconds. Remember to move those feet. Don't stop. Try and rock these out for the whole 30. Move the feet if you need to, but don't stop. Until now. Now you can have a breather. Now it's all right. All right. Shake those arms off. Loosen that upper back off if you need to. 4 more seconds. And away you go. Third set on these high rows. There you go, halfway through, 15 seconds left. Smooth and steady, good squeeze. Keep the palms nice and flat with this as well. Make sure you don't creep into what we call a W row. And relax. So as you row here, you want to keep the forearms flat. In other words, you don't want them to start tilting up. Imagine this sliding between 2 panes of glass. All right, you got 3 more seconds, so here's your fourth and final set. And away you go. Fourth and final set on these high rows. At least I hope it is, if I've been counting right. 20 seconds. We'll soon find out, right? 15 seconds. Keep that chin up off the chest. Same thing. Don't be looking down to the ground now. Come on. Squeezing the, what we call the rhomboids in the upper part of the back here. And now you can relax. Well done. We got the TRX flies. This is going to be fully lengthened. Stand facing away from the anchor point. Start with your arms extended, but a slight bend in the elbow. Your palms are facing each other. Here, you're going to open up the arms. The chest is going to come down in between the handles. And away you go. Now at the top position, it doesn't feel too bad when your hands are close to each other. Then they'll start to open, and again, it won't feel that bad. Then all of a sudden, as those arms extend out and you get real deep in the chest here, you will feel that stretch through the front of your chest, through those pectoral muscles. You got 3 seconds on this first set. And relax. Well done. All right, stand by. Second set coming up. And away you go. So second set on these. Again, take your time. Now, if you need to, you can step forward with one of your feet. Whether that be your left foot or your right foot is entirely up to you. If I was going to say step forward with your left foot, as you come down into this fly, your left knee is going to bend, but your right leg's going to stay straight. So you can use that lead foot for a bit of extra stability. You've got 5 seconds left on this second set. And relax there. Well done. All right, your third set's coming up. Stand by. And away you go. Smooth and steady on these. Remember to keep that slight bend in the elbows. Keep the breathing nice and relaxed. Control the depth at the bottom. Keep that slight bend in the elbow. Looking forwards with ease again, not down to the ground or anything. And relax there. Well done. Have a breather. Fourth and final set coming up, methinks. Fourth and final set. All right, get ready. Here we go. 30 seconds only. And away you go. Keeping that body long and strong. From head to heel, strong as steel. From forehead to feet, get like concrete. Big squeeze at the top and control at the bottom. And relax there. All right, have a breather and get yourself ready for those side planks. We're going to go off that left elbow first. The TRX side plank is going to be mid-calf length. Ground sideways to the anchor point. We're on the left elbow. Both feet are going to be in. We're going to extend the legs away. Ready? And away you go. Now remember what I said. You can go off your left elbow first. And if it gets too much with your feet in the suspension trainer, take your feet out. Just give me a side plank on the ground. This is 30 seconds, but you do not have to hold it for the whole 30 seconds. You can have a breather as and when you need one to make sure that you keep the form and the technique nice and high. Almost there on this one. And relax. Well done. Have a breather. All right, get ready. Second set is coming up. And away you go. Bring yourself back up. Let's stay this same side, so hopefully you're still on that left elbow for me. So we get 2 sets left elbow, 2 sets right elbow. Make sure that left elbow is stacked directly underneath that shoulder as well. And make sure your right hip is stacked over your left. I had to think then. Almost there on this one. And relax. Well done. Have a breather. Now roll yourself towards the ground if you're in that TRX. So roll towards the ground. That'll help keep your feet in. And we're going to go off the right elbow in 3 seconds. Ready? And away you go. Bring yourself up. Lock it in. All right. Already halfway through on this one. 15 seconds left. Eight seconds. You're almost there. Think about pushing those heels away from the head. And relax. Well done. Take yourself down. You got one more set off this side. One more set. All right. Bring yourself up. Final set on these side planks. You might just come up for 10 seconds, hold it for a good solid 10, and then take yourself down to the ground and have a breather, and then back up for a nice solid 10. Speaking of 10, you got 10 seconds. And relax there. Well done. Get yourself ready for the single arm low row. This is going to be mid-length, single-handed mode. We're going to stand facing the anchor point. We're going to start with the left elbow drawn past the rib cage. We're going to relax back, lengthen the arm, and row back up. Okay, off you go. First set, left-hand side only. What have we got going on here? Have we got core work going on? Yes, we have. Not only have we got the core work, because we're in a strong plank, we've got anti-rotation work, so you're not rotating away from that left hand. We're working those arms, that shoulder, that left-hand side, so you're back. Keeping that shoulder locked down and packed. And relax. Cool, that's one down. All right, get ready for your second set. Again, left hand only, please, or left arm only. Ready, second set. Now, and away you go. Now your right hand, you can flail about mid-air if you want to. Or you can place it, you can hold it out where an imaginary handle would be. So you can ghost that left hand so you can keep it nice and even. Or you can place the fingertips of the right hand on the left shoulder just to keep that left shoulder away from the ear as a bit of a reminder. And relax there. All right, change hands. We're now going to see how you get on off your right arm and your right arm only. 2 sets. All right, and away you go. So right arm and right arm only. Okay, 20 seconds. So we're thinking those heels dug into the ground. We've got that vector principle, remember. This is another one. So one, walking the feet in harder, walking the feet back easier, and you can offset the feet should there be any sticking point. And relax there. You got one more of these single arm rows. Right arm only, please. Second set coming up. All right, and away you go. All right, 20 seconds on these. Ten seconds left on this fourth and final set of these single arm rows. Only second set for the right arm though, isn't it? And relax there. We have your preacher curls. So we've only got 2 drills left. Preacher curls and bicep curl with a punch. Prunch. I don't know what a prunch is. So let's go mid-calf length. Kneeling, ground facing away from the anchor point, hands on the handles, and away you go. You start with those arms extended. You bend in those elbows, dropping the elbows down towards the ground, and then you crush those handles into the ground, coming on up. All right, 10 seconds on this. Crush the handles down. Nice squeeze in the backs of the arms. 2 more seconds. And relax. Well done. There's your first set done. 3 sets left, unfortunately. All right, get ready. Here comes your second set. And away you go. So smooth and steady. Start with the arms extended. Drop the elbows down towards the ground. Crush the handles down into the ground. Squeeze the backs of the arms. Eight more seconds, second set. And relax, well done. All right, 2 down and 2 to go. Okay, third set coming up. Get ready, and away you go. Smooth and steady on these. Nice squeeze in the backs of the arms. These are obviously working your triceps. We are going to be working the biceps, so don't worry, we're going to get both sides of the arms on this one, but hitting the triceps. Relax. This is the one, if you do it right, the next day you'll be walking around with Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. They're very short and stubby because you'll be like, oh my God, what did I do yesterday? It'll be the preacher curls, that's what. Ready? And away you go. Fourth and final set on these. Think about that plank position locked in between your ear, your shoulder and your hip on these. So we still want a flat back, even though we're broken at the hips just a little bit, so we've got a hinge at the hips. We still want a nice flat back between your ear, your shoulder and your hips on these. 2 more seconds. And relax. Here we go. Bicep curl with a punch up next. So lock these in. So mid-length, stand facing the anchor point. Going to relax back. Bicep curl in. Punch up towards the ceiling. Ready? And away you go. So start with a fist up by the temples, slowly relax back, keep the elbows high, punch up towards the ceiling. Awesome. If you want to do 2 sets off your left arm with a punch, and then 2 sets off the right, you can. Obviously, if you want to regress this, if you want to alternate each side, then that's fine. And relax, there's your first set done. Only 3 left to go. All right, second set's coming up. Get ready. And away you go. Keep that plank position locked in. Think about the heels digging into the ground and those butt cheeks nice and squeezed. Don't be breaking at the hips and thrusting your hips forwards to bring yourself up. 2 more seconds on this one. And relax. Well done. Great stuff. All right, you got 2 sets left on this team. 2 sets left. All right, and away you go. Third set. Halfway through, 15 seconds on this third set. Keep even tension through that suspension trainer so it doesn't slip through that equalizer loop. Almost there. And relax, well done. Here we go, last one coming up, last one. All right, 5 seconds, stand by. And away you go. Here we go, last one. Keep the tension on, keep those biceps working. 15 seconds left. Thank you so much for jumping into this Evolve session. I hope you've enjoyed it. You've only got 7 seconds left. See you on the next one, team. Last 3, 2, 1.